This is Pt.1. With everything that we've got going on across the country and around the world, we should pay attention to what's happening to these food processing facilities. We are near 100 facilities that have gone up in flames, torched, destroyed within the past year or so. This time, this plant coming out of Wisconsin, this is a place that had 70 firefighters from multiple different departments battling this massive fire. This is Festive Foods in the eastern Portage County area. American Red Cross was on the scene also to help give out food and water to people battling this, but this is a big time situation that we have here in this country. And as we scroll down here and we take a look, there is a list that dates back to the very first fire they were tracking on 1/11/21. Guys, this is almost at 100. This would be the 98th, well actually the 97th right there on the list as of 6/13 per this list. So we are at almost 100 places that have been burnt to the ground in terms of our food in this country. This isn't a coincidence. There's something major going on. I mean something major. And if people just want to keep turning a cheek, it's going to catch up to them. All the people that just want to keep looking the other way with everything going on, it's going to catch up to you. One way or another. They're coming down all avenues. And this is significant, very serious. Our food production is under attack in this country, among other things. Join me on the live stream, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I talk about things like this, censorship-free and in greater detail. Find links below, hit that subscribe button, and that bell notification for more. It's been Pt.7. Stay sharp.
Shalom, Makim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Reverend may be. This is Aki Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Man. The white, behold the pale-faced devil. Okay, that video was by Pt.7. Okay, and this is an article from Zero Hedge. It says another U.S. food processing plant erupts in flames. This is number 97. Number 97. How is that even possible or fathomable that these plants are just miraculously catching on fire? If this is not done by design or systematically done, like he said, they're attacking the food source, okay, because they're trying to bring about a famine. Because like we've always said time and time again, and we sound like broken records at this point, but hey, the scriptures are repetitive like that. A lot of the lessons that's coming out are going to be repetitive, man. Okay, so hey, if you can't stomach this information coming out repeatedly, updates, then don't watch it. You can always go watch must-see TV or something, man. All right. But like I was saying, man, they're creating a famine. Why? Because that is going to get people to bow down to the NWO. You see, once you control the food, you control the people. And that's easy to control Americans because their appetites are so great. OK, the average American, the average beer drinking, hot dog eating Edomite, baseball watching, football watching devil, when you take his food away, man, he's going to lose it. Even Jake. Okay, but see, one thing about Jake is going to find a way regardless because our people are used to suffering. We're used to catching all types of hell. Okay, Jake is used to going 2 or 3 days without food or the proper water supply. So Jake is going to adapt through the act of crime. All right, but Esau, man, he's going to lose it. Okay, so I'm going to read this article. Lord's will, it don't be that long, but they got a list of it here. Wow. This is spirit. That's why I like Zero Hedge, because they get down to the nitty gritty. Just like Natural News. I like Natural News and Zero Hedge are very good articles of resource, man. If you want to filter the word filter the articles through Bible prophecy, this is a good place to do it. Okay, because their articles are on point. Okay, I believe the guy that came up with Zero Hedge and Natural News, I believe they had some type of insight information to what's happening in these entities. So it says here, another food processing plant went up in flames, and I believe this was like in Wisconsin. It says, according to the local news Stephen Point Journal, a fire ripped through a pizza making plant in Wisconsin on Monday. Salaki, in my live stream, I said chicken. Okay, it was a pizza plant, but regardless of that, pizza, you got your meats, you got your tomato sauce, you got your breads. Okay, and also I wanted to make a slight correction. I slipped with the tongue yesterday in the video. I said that when you go to book the Acts 12th chapter, I mentioned Claudius Caesar, but it was really Herod. Okay, one of the Herodians, the nephew of the great grandson of Herod the Great. Okay, the one that was on the scene when Yahweh Shai was a baby. Basically, he was the one that Acts the 12th chapter that beheaded James. Okay, and he set up Claudius because Claudius basically he had a mental impairment, and he had pretty much a mental disorder, and he also was kind of disabled, so he was poisoned. And then Caesar, or Claudius, not Claudius, but Herod, was pretty much set up in his stead. Okay, because what happened was he wanted I believe his son to succeed the throne, but they wanted Claudius to give the throne up until I believe shit I was reading yesterday. I believe it was like a distant relative of his, but what happened was that he wanted to give it up to his son to succeed, and he did that. But ultimately, Herod came in and smote him. That's in Acts the 12th chapter, and he put James to death, basically, man. Okay, he beheaded him. Okay, and that's the same time that Peter was released out of prison by the angel. Okay, because the church made intercession and prayer with him continually. Peter thought he was bugging out and saw a vision, because he would just end up, angel smote him on the side and told him, look, get up and go. He thought he was in a vision, and then he said when he came to his senses, he realized the angel delivered them. So I wanted to make a correction there, Salakia. But going back here, it says more than 70 firefighters from multiple fire departments battled a massive fire at Festa Foods in eastern Portage County that began around 9 o'clock local time. It says the American Red Cross arrived on the scene shortly after to provide food and water to the firefighters, but they snapped two pictures of the blaze, showing flames erupting from the facility's roof and a column of thick dark smoke pouring into the air. Okay, so this is pictures of it. I tried to click on the replies to see people's opinions, but Twitter, whatever, it led me to a Twitter, and people, I just couldn't really, I don't have an account, so you got to log in and really get that information. All right, but it says firefighters were able to get the blaze under control in the early evening, and damage to the food processing plant has yet to be fully assessed. And you would think that people will have this shit under investigation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they're investigating, they're chasing a ghost, because their own organizations are doing this. The CEOs of these processing plants, man, Monsanto, etc. Okay, they're basically giving emails, or they're giving memos by the elites and top government saying, go ahead and close shop, burn it down, or we're going to send a squad in where nobody's looking, and we're going to blow it up, or we're going to set it on fire, and you get out of there. And people ain't putting two and two together, man, especially not you Israelites. It says here, Festa Foods manufactured frozen pieces for supermarkets in a 120,000 square foot facility. That's a big facility, man, and considers itself a leading co-pack of the USDA certified frozen top pizza, sandwiches, dough products, and stuffed appetizers. So your mitzos, what you call those things, a little pizza rolls, man, your little home run in pieces, your tombstone pieces, all that stuff is getting ready to be affected, And I like pizza. Pizza is actually one of my favorite dishes, man. Okay, Mediterranean pizza to be exact, which is actually quite good for you. The feta cheeses and so forth, the basil leaves, the garlic, that's pretty good. But now, hey, pizza is getting ready to go up. So, hey, that $7.99 3-topping pizza from Domino's you Jakes like to get, that shit may be like $12, man, because what they're doing, they're destroying things. But it says sandwich dough products, stuffed appetizers. The company sells its products to supermarkets nationwide, and also too, you go to like places like Minsky's Pizza, Beggar's Pizza, Giordano's, which Giordano's is expensive anyway. The cost of those pieces are gonna rise up. So they're being attacked on all sides, man. Like Geno's East, Geno's is an actually good pizzery. That's a pizza out of Chicago. on the north side downtown version of Chicago is in competition with Giordano's. Gino's East is pretty good, especially they spinach deep dish pizza. They spinach deep dish, turkey sausage. Shit is delicious, man. But it says Walmart is a seller of at least one of the company's brands. But whilst the fire seems insignificant, it's part of a much larger issue of a spate of accidental, quote, fires by one of taking out of America's food supply chain over the past year, right? Because they're bringing in a collapse. And this is all 97 of them. This is started last year. This is November 1st, 2021, a fire that destroyed 75,000 square foot processing plant in Fayetteville. Okay. Fayetteville. I think that's in Missouri, actually. That's like an hour and a half. This is the Fayetteville I'm thinking about. That's outside of Columbia, Illinois. That's literally like an hour and 5 minutes from where I stay at. Okay. It says April the 30th, 21, a fire ignited inside the Smithville Foods pork processing plant. We know how much you jakes love that pork, man. It says in Monmouth, Illinois. July 25th, 21. 3-alarm fire at Kellogg's plant in Memphis. Now, if you look at the shelves now, a box of Frosted Flakes is going to cost you $5, man. Okay, you used to be able to get like 2 in a pack. A box of Frosted Flakes cost you $5 now. Okay, Fruit Loops, all that Golden Grams, all that sugar, that cereal, it's going up. Okay, it says the 3-alarm fire at Kellogg's plant in Memphis, in Slovakia, my allergies. Got some on my nose, but 170 emergency personnel responded to the call. Okay, that's how bad that fire was. A couple of days later, July 30th, firefighters on Friday battled a large fire at Tyson's River Valley ingredients plant in Hinsville, Alabama. And believe it or not, and another thing too, all these are GMOs, man. Okay, all these are not natural foods. These are processed foods, man. Okay, but regardless, that's still the American diet. Highly processed and saturated in fats, man, and sodium. That's why everybody is sick. Okay, so all you people out there that like to eat, everybody's getting ready to be on a dieting plan. Everybody gonna be running around here skinny or dead. So that weight loss program you people wanted to get on, hey, it's coming, it's here. Because, hey, the famine is going to do that for you. So you ain't got to worry about going to no gym trying to get your six-pack. The famine going to take care of that for your ass, man. All right, so I got a precept real quick. This is the book of Genesis 41. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses 53. It says, "In the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended." Okay, the plenty is, okay, this is the time that Egypt had an abundance of food, okay, because America, during the time of the baby boomers after World War II, etc., hey, there was the land of plenty is because Esau was on top of the world at that point. You couldn't tell Esau anything, man. Everything was cheaper. The manufacturing plants were great, up and running. You had Ford, GM, okay, you had Detroit up and running. You had the steel mills out there in Gary, Indiana. All these places were pretty much doing relatively good. Okay, he was able to support a family of 4 or 5 off just one salary, man, in the 50s. Now look what we come. So that this time of plentiness is over with, man, because things are going to gradually increase. It says here, "In the 7 years of plentiness that was in the land of Egypt were ended." So it was over with. In the 7 years of dearth, which dearth is famine, began to come according to as Joseph had said. And the dirt was in all lands, but in all the lands of Egypt there was bread, right? Because the main hub of Egypt, you had bread there. Okay, and that's why they was able to come up with a bartering system that Joseph pretty much orchestrated. That, look, man, you give me cattle, I give you food, or you give me money, I give you this and this, and I will give you this supply for that supply. So bartering is coming back in a big way. Like a lot of, people are going to be sold off. A lot of people are going to sell their daughters, their sons, their women off for a loaf of bread, man. Okay, for loaves of bread. You know what I'm saying? Wheat, matches, lighters, booze, shit. Women gonna be selling for liquor, man. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. And it says here, "And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread." So this is what they're doing. They're burning these things down so you can go into this modern day Pharaoh and take his, take his MARK. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, you people taking the CHIP. Okay, because that's going to be the solution out of this problem. It says here, and cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, "Go unto Joseph, what he said to you do." And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. And all the countries came into Egypt to Joseph to buy corn, because the famine was so sore in all lands, man. Man, bro. This is getting ready to get bad, because you go to Second Ezra, said that the Most High will bring plagues to Egypt as he's done before, man. Okay, this is the whole thing. This is the whole point. This is done intentionally. This ain't no coincidence. Ain't nobody just going around setting fires. This is done on purpose. The elites are telling people, look, go ahead and close up shop. We got to make move, man. The Lord is timing them. The Lord is looking at the allegorical wrist clock. You know, the Lord is looking at the ice on his wrist. Don't scoff me, okay? You know, the Most High decked out. You know what I'm saying? Most High don't need a watch, but I'm just being symbolic right now. This is an inside thing. The Lord looking at the ice on his wrist, and he's basically telling Esau, like, look, man, you've been measured, bro. Like when they shot that, when they opened up that portal to CERN into the spirit world, hey, the Most High said, look, man, he sent them a message, said, your ass is being measured, man. You've been measured. Basically, you've been balanced, not balanced, but basically, your measurement, your violence outweighs your righteous deeds, man. So the Lord's like, you've been sized up, basically. And that's why the scripture said that violence covered them. They weighed their hands of violence in the earth, man. Okay? Esau. So they on their way out of here. That's why this is happening. So this is a good thing for us, brothers. All right? Don't fret at this, okay? We're going to be taken care of, because you got people that's hoarding food, but they're going to restore that to the elect. Okay? So don't worry about it. When the time comes, the Lord is going to open up the spiritual storehouse, and brothers are going to be able to withdraw money from your spiritual bank accounts to buy whatever you need to get through the spirit. So don't worry about it. This is for these people. This ain't for us, man. Though we will be tested, though the Lord will test us to see, you know, our endurance, to see our callousness. But regardless of that, you know, Yahweh Shai is going to pull through once he realizes how resilient we are. So don't worry about it, brother. The Lord ain't going to starve you to the point of death, okay? We've done it before. Sometimes I eat one time a day, okay? Small meals. You know, like yesterday I had like a little something. I had 2 sandwiches and some chips and some vegetable juice yesterday, man. And some water and a glass of wine. That's it. You know, I mean, I ate early at lunch, but that wasn't really nothing. But I didn't eat that until damn near 9 o'clock last night, which that's pretty late for me to be eating, but still, you know, just a little something. And then in the middle of the night, I got up and made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, I mean, I'm cool, you know. We can hold out. But going back here, 8/23/21, fire crews were called to protect meat production company on UN Road. Okay, we know that the meat is the essential diet of Americans. That's why a lot of people are so inflamed with gout, because all the meat, they don't eat meat. They eat it out of balance. Okay, it says a fire at the JBS beef plant in Grand Island on Sunday night forced a halt slaughter and fabrication lines. 10:13, the fire ripped through Dairy Gold butter production plant, Caldwell, Idaho. All right, November 15th, a woman is in custody following a fire at the Girard County Food Pantry, which, yeah, right. A fire broke out around 5:30 at the Made Right State Company meat processing plant, December. So these things will happen on every month, so to speak. Every month, you see the trends. Every month there was a fire. Okay, look at this. West Side Food Processing Plant in San Antonio left smoke damage at the fire. January 7th, you see that happening every month. Damage to a poultry processing plant on Hamilton's Mountain, followed by an overnight fire. January 13th, firefighter worked for 12 hours to put out a fire in Cow Grill Nutrient Plant in Lecompton, LA. All right, 2 in the same month. Fertilizing plant with 600 tons of ammonium nitrite inside caught on fire. Wow. A massive fire swept through Wisconsin River Meats. All right. The same day, it says at least 130 cows were killed in a fire at Percy Farm in Stowe. So this devil, man, he's literally breaking down the food chain, bro. Look at this. This is all the fires, man. Okay. And this is a good read, brothers.